What is going on, ladies and genitals? YOTESLAYA here, bringing you another Modern Warfare 3 commentary. Welcome to episode 3 of Shotgun September, where I'm posting shotgun gameplays all the month of September, not every day like Moab May or Juggernaut June, like I've said before, but today I have a domination game here on Dome. And before we get into this thing, there are a couple subscribers of mine on the other team. I'm not really sure which ones they were, but I do remember we had a couple. They messaged me after the game, and we may have talked in the lobby or something like that, but shout out to you guys, whichever you may be. If you see it, you'll know, leaving a comment, and I'll say hi to you. But today I got a domination game on Dome using the Spaz 12, and like I said in the last episode of Shotgun September, this really is my favorite gun in the game. The MP7 used to be, but this is slightly taking over just because it's so much fun, you know, and a lot of people complain when you use the MP7, even though the thing is a beast. A lot of people complain, don't want to see it, and that's sad. It makes me very sad, but the Spaz 12 is pretty epic. But today I got a commentary that I'm going to try to get through and try to talk to. I have not scripted this. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I don't know how this is going to go, so there may be some stalls. There may be some uhs, but I'm going to try to get through this the best I could. Check out this Grizz from nowhere right there. But, you know, I don't like to mention anybody's names or do anything like that. A lot of you guys may know who I'm talking about, but we're not going to be talking bad about this guy. He's a pretty big YouTuber. And he's been down a lot lately, and he's been tweeting about raging and stuff like that, and about his views being down and how much he's got to live on YouTube and stuff like that. You know, I wanted to kind of go into haters and how they act, and YouTube as a whole, and my opinions on this whole YouTube ordeal. Now we'll start with the haters aspect of this, and when I say haters, you know, a lot of people have hated on me. They say, they try to get to you whatever way possible, and if you're going to get in YouTube, a lot of people ask me how to deal with haters and stuff like that. If you're going to be in YouTube, you need to expect haters of some sort. YouTube is not for everybody. If you're weak-minded, if you're weak at heart, and you cannot take some criticism, YouTube is definitely not the place for you. I do know a couple of my buddies that are into YouTube, you know, got a semi-large fan base, and, you know, the haters get to them constantly. You'll see them, you know, always acknowledging them. You know, a hater, one of their most... They take the most out of getting that acknowledgement. Now, if somebody starts trolling you, hating on you, you're giving them the power by simply responding to them. So what do I do mostly to my haters? You know, sometimes I'll get the last word in and then just block them and be done. But half the time, I don't even acknowledge it. I just leave it at that. Now, there has been a couple haters out there that were just plain ignorant, plain stupid. So I did acknowledge them just because the argument that was that funny, because they absolutely made no sense. One dude's name was Kermit, and he was trying to fucking troll me. It's just like, dude, your name is Kermit. Do I need to say anything else? And he was telling me that, like, he was like, oh, you fucking post games, you know, YouTube videos, you're a gaming nerd, blah, blah, blah. And I went to his channel, and he did the same thing. And it's just like, bud, you're making no sense here. So if you're going to get into it, you're going to have to expect haters. You're going to have to deal with it. The best thing to do is just not acknowledge these dudes. Block them, be done, and move on. I can say there's not been ever a hater out there that's got to me. Now, I have okay, it's not really a hater, but the biggest thing that what's bothered me the most about YouTube, as far as like people not really trolling or hating, but when I've seen somebody that's been around my channel for a long time, and there's a couple guys that I still even remember their names. There's been a couple guys out there, and it's come to the point to where, you know, they've moved on. They didn't find me entertaining anymore, and they were like, dude, you know, sorry, Yoti, you're just not doing it for me anymore. And that's one of the biggest things that I hate seeing, is people that, you know, that I've talked to on Twitter, that I've talked to in the comments, stuff like that, that I actually recognize, because there's those viewers out there that view my videos on a regular basis that I do recognize. And that's one of the things that's bothered me the most, is when these guys that, you know, we've had like a somewhat relationship, you know, through Twitter, through messages, comments, stuff like that, and then they just, you know, they no longer find you entertaining, and then they move on. That's the only thing that's bothered me out of YouTube. But as far as haters, man, I've never actually been bothered by a hater. I think it's hilarious, and I just move on. That people, I just think it's funny that people on the internet can get so upset and so worked up over people, you know, just because, you know, quote unquote, their success, or because they're better than them in a video game, whatever it is that makes these people hate. You know, I just think it's kind of humorous, to be honest with you. So I just move it on, and that's the best thing to do. But this guy that's been talking about, you know, his views, and you can tell that the haters gets to him quite a bit. You know, my advice to him, if he was to ever see this video, man, just don't acknowledge him. You've been around longer than I have. Just to quit acknowledging them. You're giving them the power by simply giving them what they want, and that is a response from you. So just leave it, you know. If they don't think they're getting to you, they're just going to get bored and move on. But as far as the YouTube thing, I wanted to go over. A lot of people have asked me, you know, like, YouTube and is it my job and stuff like that. Basically right now YouTube, I guess, is kind of my job. I don't look at it as a job. I still have fun posting videos. You know, I do make a little bit of money off of it, and I'm not going to complain about it. Most people, regardless if they say it's for the money whore or whatnot, would not turn down the money if they were given the chance to make some. And I realize that. I'm not a stupid kid, you know, and I'm not saying kids are stupid. You know, but I realize that nobody is going to turn down money. Nobody out there would turn down money. I don't care who you are. You can say that you would not turn it down, but if you had a chance to get partnered to where you would make money, you're going to do it as well. You know, so, but as YouTube as a whole, I don't really take YouTube that seriously as a job. Now, there's guys out there that, you know, complain they got to make this much, you know, views a month to get this much money, you know, and they get down when they're not making this money and stuff like that. And it's just like, bro, it's YouTube. This is meant for fun. It isn't a job. If you're doing it for the money, you're just not going to have fun, and that's why you're resorting to going on Twitter and tweeting about all this nonsense that nobody wants to hear. You know, one of the biggest things about YouTube is having, you know, a lot of guys out there will grow their channels basically off of their personality. Their upbeat personality, not just complaining every day. Nobody wants to be around when somebody's complaining non-stop, you know what I mean? You can't grow videos. Your videos, regardless of your audience now, you know, I got like 175,000 subscribers, but I can't make videos constantly complaining because, you know, to grow on YouTube, you have to have a positive attitude. And when these new guys come to watch your video and it's just you complaining, how are they going to hit that subscribe button and want to stay? You know, your subscribers are there, know your personality, and know, you know, what you can bring to the table. But these new guys, you're not growing because you're not entertaining. And, you know, you got to keep that entertaining as much as possible. Yes, I've complained on Twitter. Yes, I've done this and that. So nobody's perfect, and we're all going to complain a little. But you got to keep that off of YouTube, man. You just got to, you know, I'm not saying, you know, play something you're not and act like you're happy when you're not. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, you know, if you're upset one day, don't make a commentary because it's going to reflect in your commentary, and most likely people aren't going to enjoy that commentary. You know, there's plenty of days where I've skipped over, you know, doing commentaries because I just couldn't do it and I thought it was boring. I rarely listen to my commentaries after I do them. But as long as, like right now, I feel like I got an upbeat presence. I feel like I'm talking really well, and you know, I'm not sitting here like, yeah, and you know, those guys right there came out and I shot them, and you know, the Spaz is really good with them. You know, I don't feel like I'm doing that. I'm trying to give you guys some tips because I do get asked a lot. Now, YouTube, I don't view YouTube as a job like I was saying. I don't see YouTube lasting, you know, my entire life. Right now, it's something that's cool. You know, I'm making a little bit of income off of it. Basically, that's extra spending money for me, you know, and I'll take it. But, you know, as far as making a career out of YouTube, there are exceptions out there, you know, like YOTESLAYA. You know, these guys with like millions of subscribers, they could, you know, if YouTube folded today, they probably have that career opportunity somewhere in the entertainment world out there. You know, but for me, I don't see this as like a career thing. I'm just playing it as it is, and it's like, you know, I'm just having fun with it. I'm having a good time. There's no reason to get worked up over it. You know, you don't see me posting Black Ops 2 reveal trailers and all this stuff to get money in the views. If I wanted to, I could post all these things, you know, that are going to make that money, get those views and stuff, but I don't because I respect you guys enough that I don't want to use you guys for that. I stick with zombies because that's what my channel was based off of. You know, regardless if it's not getting uber elite views like some of these Black Ops 2 news trailers and stuff like that, I stick with it because it, you know, that's what my channel is. I could totally take advantage of it all and do all this for money, but I don't. But, you know, that's just my thought, man. If you're going into YouTube for the money, it's going to be a long road and you're not going to have fun with it. If you go into it, you know, look at Syndicate for an example. He's always happy. He's cheerful in almost every single video. I've only seen maybe one of him where he was actually kind of upset about things. That's one, you know, his personality is what has gained him millions of subscribers. You know, his upbeat personality, you know, look at YOTESLAYA. They're always having fun and stuff like that. But you can see these guys that are always down, you know, they just, you know, they're kind of stalled out right now. I'm not saying they don't have any more potential left, They just need to get back to themselves where they were doing it for fun and not for the money, because once you start doing it for the money, it does become stressful. You think every day you've got to post a video. You think, you got to look at the latest trends on YouTube, see what's trending and stuff like that. You want to get those views. You've got to make those, those videos that are controversial, that gets everybody's attention, but it's a negative attention. You're not going to grow by, with these negative, controversial titles. Sure, you're going to get views for the meantime, but over the long run, those aren't going to help you. You're going to stall out and then complain and have to worry about what to do next time for those views. If you guys see what I'm saying, I hope you guys see what I'm saying. And I just thought I would do that because, it's been going around, and it's just a lot of people have asked me what I think, and, I don't think YouTube is a lasting thing, for me at least. It could be, and wow, he rose up from the dead. And it could be. I mean, there's potential there for everybody, for you, for me, everybody. But you got to be in it for the right reasons. You got to have fun for this. You cannot go out there and you can't go out there and try to take advantage of the situation to make it better for you. You need to plan for the long run instead of right now, and things will work out for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this commentary. I hope you enjoyed this Shotgun September. I hope I got my points across the right way. I'm not really sure if I did, but 54-26 here on Dome with the Spaz isn't too shabby, and I'm going to get out of here, guys. Peace.